The trial is underway in the case of a Woodland Hills woman accused of killing her husband, celebrity hairdresser Fabio Sementilli, in 2017. Sementilli is charged with murder and conspiracy, but a jury is hearing two very different stories about Monica. While prosecutors accuse her of conspiring with her lover, Robert Baker, to kill Fabio, the defense argues Baker acted alone, conceding Monica is guilty of having an affair, but not murder. Greg Fisher is a producer with CBS News 48 Hours. He's been covering the trial and joins us now with more. We were just talking about this, it's been 8 years you've been following this case.
That's right. It was 8 years ago that police found this videotape of two hooded figures coming up to the house who murdered Fabio Sementilli.
So what is the evidence that they're using that Monica murdered him?
Yeah, so it's according to the prosecutor, it's a love triangle murder that Monica Sementilli and her lover, Robert Baker, conspired to kill her husband. So that's one Monica that's being presented at trial by the prosecution, that they killed him for his money. But the defense is painting a very different picture, that Monica was having an affair, but that she had no idea, and that her lover, Robert Baker, betrayed her, went behind her back, murdered her husband so that he could have Monica all to himself. And the defense is arguing that Monica was duped and had nothing to do with the murder plot.
And he's now saying she had nothing to do with it, right? And you're the only journalist who's actually spoken to him about this.
That's right. I met with Robert Baker in jail in Los Angeles about a year ago. And, you know, it was funny. I thought, all things considered, he was somewhat of a likable character when I met with him at the jail. But in the courtroom, he comes off as anything but likable. He did take a plea for the murder, and he testified at trial that he acted alone and Monica had nothing to do with it. But the prosecutor then cross-examined him, kept him on the stand for 3 days, and exposed a lot of lies and a history of crime, and he really came off as not a very likable character in front of the jury. So we'll see if they believe that one statement that he acted alone.
And wait, there's more. There's also the Christopher Austin character. He was one of the men seen jogging, right, with Robert Baker. So tell me a little bit about him and how he plays into this case.
Yeah, that was incredible, because from the beginning, the police had videotape from a neighborhood camera of two men jogging up to the house to commit the murder. And it remained a mystery for 7 years who that second figure was. 6 months later, Robert Baker had been arrested. So the question was, who was that man? And just earlier this year, LAPD arrested Christopher Austin, who was an associate of Robert Baker. And now Christopher Austin has testified at the trial. It's pretty remarkable to have two murderers testify, one for the defense and Christopher Austin for the prosecution. And he claims that Monica was involved in the plot and that she was directing Robert Baker's activity. He was receiving phone calls or text messages from her, but he doesn't have direct evidence that she was involved. He did reveal a real bombshell at the trial, that they had planned to kill Fabio the night before, but he claimed that he chickened out of doing it, that they were going to ambush him while he was getting takeout food to bring home to the family.
Wow, this is a lot for a jury to take in. More elements than usual in most cases. How do you think they're going to deliberate? What do you think they make of all these opposing storylines, and what's next in the trial?
Well, so the jury has a really tough decision. I mean, they have to decide, are they going to believe the prosecutor that there's a mountain of evidence connecting Monica to the crime, or are they going to believe the defense that that mountain of evidence simply indicates that Monica was having an affair and is not evidence that she was involved in the murder? And so we'll see what happens. The likely closing arguments may happen this week, and then we could have a verdict as early as next week.
It's a fascinating case, and it just takes one juror to maybe hold out. You know, it makes all the difference.
Yeah, we'll see. They've got to the prosecutor's got to convince 12 jurors beyond a reasonable doubt. That's the question.
All right. Well, great work, Greg. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you coming in early in the morning for us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Great to be here.